How's it going, everybody? Daner here with North Central Coins, and welcome to the inaugural episode of the most rare and valuable coins in New Zealand. In the past, we have covered Canadian coins, we have covered US, we have even covered Australian coins, but we're going to be taking another trip down under to the land of the Kiwis and breaking down the top 5 most valuable pre-decimal New Zealand coins. Now, the country of New Zealand changed its decimal coinage system in the year 1967. Before that, it worked off of a pound sterling, exactly the same as Britain and Australia. And up until the Great Depression, its pound was actually basically equal to Britain's. And then after World War II, it was reduced down to about equal value to the Australian dollar. Like many other countries, before New Zealand switched to the decimal system, many of its coins were composed of silver, and usually when a country has old silver coins, there will be some Holy Grails. So in this video, we are going to break those down and discuss what to look for. Whether you are actually from New Zealand or you are buying some silver coins through a scrap silver purchase online, this will hopefully help you guys out. If you would like to check out some of my other videos, I would definitely appreciate if you would hit that bell notification so you can see them as they are released. Before I start this list off, I would really appreciate if you guys would hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you would like to see more coin collecting content just like this. And then without further ado, what do you say we get into it and I break down the top 5 most valuable pre-decimal New Zealand coins of all time. Let's do it, guys. So as I start this list off, I'm going to work my way from the least valuable, being number 5, all the way to number 1, which is going to be the most valuable coin on this list. So let's start it off with the 1956 3p no strap. The story behind this coin is Mary Gillick was a sculptor best known for her effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, used on the coinage in the United Kingdom and elsewhere from the years 1953 to 1970. At the age of 71, she had her first design accepted in the year 1953. It was the profile design of Queen Elizabeth II, and she was depicted as a teenage girl with more of the neck and the shoulder showing than was customary design, so a shoulder strap was added. In terms of value, this extremely small silver coin can fetch anywhere from $500 to $750 Australian, which translates to about $500 US, and that is in a high mint state. Number 4 is the 1942 broken back shilling. One of the few existing New Zealand shilling varieties, this coin can be worth up to $1,000 Australian and up, which translates to about $675 US in an MS64 grade and higher. Only 2 NGC and 6 PCGS are graded MS60 and above. Number 3 is the 1935 3p coin. With 2 NGC and 10 PCGS MS60 and above examples, the 1935 3p is a key date with only 40,364 minted. It can be worth around 1,000 Australian dollars and up in an MS64 and higher, which translates to about $675 US. In my experience dealing with older coins like this, it is very rare that you ever find a coin that has a mintage figure below 100,000, even for some of these foreign countries. With a mintage figure like 40,364, I'm honestly surprised that this doesn't have more of a value. It probably is a little bit under the radar and people might not know about it. So if you're ever shopping at an antique shop or maybe a flea market, always keep your eyes open for foreign silver, because a lot of the time people will sell it for melt or under, and you never know if maybe you can score one of these Holy Grails like the 1935 3p. Number 2 is the 1946 flatback florin. The only known example of this coin is graded MS65, and it sold at Stackbauer's auction in the year 2020 in January for $3,000 Australian, which translates to about $2,000 US. Well, we have already made it to number 1 on this list. We have covered some extremely valuable Australian coins. One of the great things about the coins that I am discussing on this list is that there is a decent chance that you may be able to find one someday, whether you are from New Zealand or you are a silver stacker from another country. Now, if you are actively searching for scrap silver, a lot of the time if you go to coin dealers, you go to flea markets, antique shops, people will actually let their foreign silver go and they won't really check it for any numismatic value. So sometimes you can score some really nice pieces and Holy Grails, and one of these could definitely be included. I've seen lots of lots on eBay of Australian and New Zealand silver coins. Sometimes they're overpriced, sometimes they're at par, and sometimes you can actually get them below melt. So you just always got to keep your eyes open. You definitely need to know what to look for. So that brings us to number 1 on this list, which is going to be the 1935 New Zealand crown. The crown piece of 1935, known widely as Waitangi crown because of its reverse design and the inscription, occupies a special place in the numismatic history of New Zealand. As a work of art, it is surely less startling than the British Silver Jubilee crown of the same year by the same designer, Percy Metcalfe, which depicts a bare-headed St. George on a clockwork horse vanquishing a very angular wounded dragon. But whereas almost 750,000 of the latter coins were produced, there were just 1,128 Waitangi crown pieces. Already classified by Alan Sutherland in his Numismatic History of New Zealand as very scarce, it is the rarest New Zealand non-gold coin apart from the so-called 1879 pattern penny by Allen and Moore of Birmingham, which is properly accorded token status. With an extremely low mintage of 1,128 coins produced, this coin can be worth anywhere from 5,000 to 12,000 Australian dollars, which roughly translates to about 8,000 US, both in the uncirculated and proof finishes. But that pretty much brings us to the end of this video. I really hope you guys enjoy and find it helpful. I'm definitely going to be making more in the future covering Canadian, US, Australian, and New Zealand coins. And we're also going to be taking a trip across the pond and making some videos on British coins as well. So make sure to hit that bell notification so you can see these videos as they are released. Because the great thing about some of these coins in the foreign videos that I am making right now is there is still a chance that you can find them. They are still out there. You can find them on eBay. You can find them online. If you are actively searching in person, you may be able to scope one of these out one day. And if you do get one, you can actually turn around and sell it to somebody who actually knows what it is and make a pretty hefty profit. So always keep your eyes open. You never know what you can find in your pocket change, what you can find at your local coin shop, or maybe a antiques dealer or flea market. So that's pretty much going to do it for this one, guys. Until the next one, everybody, peace out and have a good one, y'all.